Opinion: Jacinda Ardern has 100 breakneck days to show New Zealand voters her government is no accident, or accident waiting to happen. She found out she was the new Prime Minister by watching TV, live in her office. She hugged someone. Who was it? She can't remember, it remains a mystery. The moment was a blur. But surely Winston Peters could have wrung her. The NZ First Leader trusts no one. Way to start a government. All will become clear next week what the policies are. Fairy dust turns into concrete policy. Labour will have 16 ministerial spots, NZ First 4, the Greens 3 outside cabinet. There's no point in this sponge just tinkering, and it looks like they're keen on being a revolutionary force. Big changes are coming. From the regents to trains to medicinal marijuana and free education. This group are impatient for progress. 9 years in the wilderness hurts. We're going from hands-off, the market is cool, to hands-on, intervention rules. The first 100 days guide might be a gimmick, but in many ways it's a mini-budget. Labour should call it that. It shows voters it's serious. And given the country is so structurally broken apparently, it's clear Ardern must cancel holidays for her new ministers and pull them back to Parliament early next year. That would signal intent and urgency. Parliament goes to sleep for 2 months, this new government must change that and get to work and stay there. The first 100 days program is big, and will require a similar commitment. And that's without taking Winston Peters and the Greens' demands into account. Peters will want regional development, foreign affairs and much, much more. He may want an end to the neoliberal capitalist agenda, which he claims has hurt too many. Hold on, folks, we are entering uncharted waters. Just don't blame him if it goes pear-shaped. You're in office, Winston, it's called accountability. What else? Tertiary education becomes free for all first-year students next year. Student allowances go up $50 a week. The bill that requires landlords to make all rentals warm and dry will be passed. The Kiwi Build program will be established. Here's your test, Phil Twyford, ready to go? Foreign buyers will be locked out of New Zealand. Paid parental leave will increase. An inquiry into the mental health system will get underway. Medicinal cannabis rules will change. The Families Package will be passed into law, giving low-income families more money. The Pike River entry will be underway in some form. The tax working group will be set up. The minimum wage will increase. A Clean Waters Summit will go ahead to look at our dirty rivers and lakes. And an inquiry will be set up to look at the abuse of children in state care. It's an exhaustive list, but it's not by any means the end of it. Did I mention employment law? Add in NZ First and the Greens and there'll be more to come, like a cheeky referendum on cannabis laws. Shivers are being heard around Winston's rest home voter base. Did they vote for drug reform? Doubt it. But what if the people want it? Ardern is going to be tested. This is very different to the 1996 deal Peters struck with National. It's the first time Peters has chosen the smaller of the two big parties under MMP. National thought it had won the election, but not so quick, Billy, said Wynne. That was a loss. This is real MMP at work, it's the tail wagging a medium-sized, big, doggy. National's 44% is big, but it falls short of power, and 56 seats is not 61. English got more votes this election than Ardern did, and more than Helen Clark got at any time when she was PM. Both won elections, Clark won 3. English is the victim of terrible timing. Twice. But this is MMP, and when the demands went on the table, National clearly stopped bidding and spending. Labour said, "Where do we sign? And how many jobs do you want?" I'm told Peters kept telling National during the talks that it wasn't wise for English to have said, "Keep out the middleman" during the campaign. Peters is a paranoid freak and one with a massively long memory. This decision, National won't forget in a hurry. MMP is a race to 61 and there must be like minds, not bad blood. National will be a massively strong opposition, but it has one thing it must do. National must spend this term creating a minor party or person that can bring in extra seats. If it doesn't, it'll end up a big bitter opposition into the future. English is a two-time election loser but was gifted the PM's job in between. That will be hard to take. He won election night, but when he took off the beer goggles it went all ugly. Now Nicky K will take his gig, but no rush. So can this mob work? Of course. This government will work as long as all three parties want it to work. It will work as long as the three leaders make sure it does. They have no other option. Peters suggested, in announcing the deal, that the world and local economies are slowing and we shouldn't blame him for dark clouds gathering on the horizon. That's true. But sorry, Winstone, it's called accountability, suck it up. You've made your bed, now it's time to lie in it. The little guy has played his few cards, quite well too. Give this lot a chance and the space to fix the problems and resolve the crises. They'll find it was much easier to gob off than fix it all. Some governments promise little and deliver more. This one is promising big and that makes it awfully hard from day one. All the best. Comments on this article have been closed.